By now, you've probably seen this viral video of a state trooper in Utah who was hit last month while helping another driver. He was injured, but thankfully he survived.
Oh, wow.
So collisions like this aren't just happening in Utah, though. They're happening in our own backyard. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Mark Hanrahan in for Jane tonight.
And I'm Tom Shurry. WSP says that at some point in a trooper's career, nearly every trooper will have to deal with being hit. KREM 2's Lindsay Nadrick spoke to a WSP trooper who was hit on his motorcycle back in 2016.
Plate and 9 screws later, you don't realize how important your clavicles are until one's broken.
Washington State Patrol Trooper Jeff 70 was hit while riding his patrol motorcycle in October of 2016.
Just a broad daylight in the middle of the city. Driver didn't make a head check, did a lane change, and unfortunately in the area where I was at, there was nowhere I could go but into the side of their vehicle.
The collision was unavoidable.
For me, I think that was the most frustrating part, is knowing that despite all the training and hours that we do to attempt to avoid those things, sometimes there's just nothing you can do but crash.
70 was out of commission for 3 to 4 months with a broken clavicle and puncture wounds. He was lucky because it could have been much worse.
I live to ride another day, but it certainly makes you more aware.
Unfortunately, 70 isn't the only trooper with a story like this. He says nearly every trooper will have to deal with something similar during their career.
A good majority of the serious injury and fatalities that we've experienced in the Washington State Patrol are because of that.
Pictures like this are proof. It's a statewide problem. In the last year, 13 WSP vehicles were struck in King County. Half of those collisions were caused by impaired drivers. The others were caused by distracted drivers not following the move over law. The most recent collision in eastern Washington happened 6 months ago.
The last one that I can really remember was, in October, when we had a trooper on a traffic stop, luckily out of his vehicle. The driver fell asleep. It was in the morning time. And struck his patrol car, totaled it. It was a large SUV, actually.
The trooper in that crash has now been hit 3 times in his 33-year career. Troopers often stand on the side of the freeway as part of their job. 70 says that makes for a lot of close calls.
Especially in the wintertime, you're on a heightened alert, and I've run for my life a few times with drivers out of control at collision scenes, had patrol cars struck.
So as you're out on the roadways, move over if you see a trooper on the side of the road. Put down your phone, and don't get behind the wheel if you're impaired. I'm Lindsay Nadrick, KREM 2 News.
Just slow down and give them some space to work.
Absolutely
right?
dangerous job.
No doubt.